Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video on the Swift Challenger 580. So from my previous video, I'd like to answer some of the questions or comments that were left on that last video. Now, some people were concerned that the bait I was using to catch the mice. Now, after that initial one mouse was found, we took the bait away because of the comments that we got. Now, people weren't being nasty. They were concerned that other mice that would die, and then they would get eaten by other animals, and consequently that they would die. So we said to the farmer, because obviously I was away working, said to the farmer, look, can you go into the caravan? And he's got a set of keys. Can you go into the caravan, take that bait away, and you know, just make sure that there is no more mice? And I want to say, there is no more mice. We had that one and that was it. The traps as well, people were concerned with the traps that I was using. I got them taken away as well. Literally within a couple of days of that video going up, they were taken away. There was nothing in them. So in fact, it was a waste of money. People were concerned that birds, mice, other rodents, or anything else could get caught in them traps. Now, them traps were made of plastic. Yes, they probably would do the trick, but I decided that from your comments I would take them away as well. Since that video went up, and I think that video was now what at the time of doing this video was about a week and a half ago, we've had no more mice. There's no mice droppings in here. I'm going to show you around in a minute. There is no more mice droppings, so we are, as far as I'm concerned, mice free, and that's the way it's going to stay. I'm also going to add from the previous video a piece of wire mesh on the internal part of this vent in here, so I'll show you that. The other video, that video as well, a comment was put my steadies up. If I put my steadies up, then they've got no way of getting in the caravan. Well, that's strictly not true, because although I only leave the front set of steadies down because I pitch my caravan backwards so that all the water runs off the back of the caravan and the steadies aren't up at the back, I have them at the front because unfortunately our storage yard is on the South Downs, so it gets really windy up here, and if I didn't have any steadies down, the caravan would move. So as you can appreciate, I need some steadies down. And also, we don't put our handbrake on because she's in storage for the winter this year. We chock the wheels, so the wheels are chocked at front and back. So she can only move slightly. If I had the steadies up completely, she'd be able to move freely, really. And although I've got the wheel locks on, I don't want to break any more wheel locks because I have broken a previous wheel lock, yeah, we don't want to go down that route again. So yeah, all your comments were taken and they were read, and they were, I think I've commented to them all with justification. Caravans aren't cheap. They are expensive, even the second-hand ones, and this is a second-hand caravan, so we paid a lot of money for it. And I want to make sure that this caravan, not only on the outside, is looked after, but is also looked after on the inside. And no one wants mice in their caravan. Let's face it, they are a pest. So I'm going to try and keep them out the best way I know possible. So from now on, what we're going to do, and like I said, I will show you around. There is nothing in this caravan that will hopefully make mice come in here. There's no food. There wasn't in the first place, actually, to be fair. But I suppose that's why they've not come back, because there's nothing in here for them to eat. The only mouse we did catch, and that was in the front locker, and he was curled up in the roll of paper toweling I had in there, which is now, obviously when I found him in there, that went straight in the in the bin. But the actual mouse himself was got rid of, I like to think, humanely. So let's show you around exactly what we keep in here now. Oh, that was the other comment I got as well, is someone said, and again I can't remember your name, but someone said about there being too much stuff in this caravan and it's not aerated enough. Trust me, when I did that video, this caravan was turned upside down, so although it looks like there was a lot of stuff in here, trust me, there wasn't. So I'm going to show you around now, actually, and then I'll show you what we have actually got in here and what stays in here. So the other thing as well, I'll show you the bedroom. So the other thing we do as well is we strip our bed completely. We only make it up about a couple of weeks before we go away. Now this here is a memory foam mattress. Now we had this on our Coachman, and we took the cover off of it because what I did was it was too big to go on this actually on this bed. And what I did was I took it out the bag and I cut it to size and fitted it on this bed while Sarah was quite happily sat at home with the bag. She washed it and everything. Now she's got to sew it so that it now fits this on our bed. Unfortunately, I've not put that video out because that weekend we actually lost Sally. She passed away. So I've not actually edited or even touched that video since. So if you want to see that video, I'll certainly edit it as much as I can. Obviously I think it's got references to Sally in there. So yes, I have got that video to edit if you want to see it. But yeah, I've not touched it yet. So anyway, going into the shower room. The only thing we have in here, and this is our rotary line, and we have 2 chairs, the Wastemaster, and the 2 aqua rolls are over there. So what we do is in the when we go away, we actually put them in the car. So they don't sit in the back of, nothing sits in the back of our shower room. You know, trust me, we're not a novice at this. We've been doing it over 25 years. So we don't carry a lot of stuff in the actual caravan. The only stuff that comes into this caravan when we actually go on holiday is the clothes, which go in the large wardrobe, because that's over the over the axle of the caravan. And we put some stuff in the fridge. That's it. Everything else that we take will go in the car. Including the awning actually, but we're not going to use the awning anymore, so I'm going to take them poles home. We would rather use the rollaway, or we would use the we have a Eurotrek awning sail, which is fantastic actually, so we must use that a bit more this year. One other thing I want to pick up on as well is that someone said about venting our caravan, that you know, like I say, with the poles and all the mess and that, we actually keep this window on its second catch, so we don't have this window shut all the time, so there is always a constant flow of air going around our caravan, and you know, that's how we want to make sure that this caravan stays in tip-top condition. Yes, the mice did get in it, or one mouse got in here. Unfortunately he passed away, but yeah, we are glad now that we've got no mice in here, and that's the way hopefully it's going to stay. Also as well, I'd like to address just in this video as well, while we're doing comments and stuff like that, is that a lot of people have also sent private messages about Sally, and you know, unless you are a long-term subscriber, you won't know who Sally is. But Sally was our dog that used to come with us everywhere we went in the caravan, and Sally was with us for 15 years. She was 16 years old when she passed away, and yeah, she had a great life. She really did have a great life, and to say that we were beside ourselves is an understatement. It was absolutely devastating for us to lose Sally, and I did say that I wasn't going to do any videos for the time being, and you know, I'd lost all sort of enthusiasm for it, but I've got that enthusiasm back, and I'll tell you for why. Now we got ourselves another dog. Now I will put a little video up here if I can get it off my in my editing suite, and I'll put it up here for you. But we got ourselves a dog, and her name is Millie. Now she is a fantastic little dog. Now she's nothing like Barney that we had, and he was 18 when he passed away. He was a black Labrador. Sally was a lab cross collie, and she was black and white, so they are large-ish dogs, I suppose. But Millie is about the size of a whippet, and she's absolutely fantastic. She's been an absolute breath of fresh air for both myself and Sarah, and she's keeping us on our toes, let me assure you. She's only just at this moment turned 11 months old. We obviously are never too sure about dogs when you get them from these places, but yeah, she's about 11 months old, so she's really keeping us on our toes. I will explain a little bit so you understand this, and you know, and trust me, I was probably, for some of you, thinking the same. Now we wanted to get a dog from a UK based Dogs Trust or RSPCA, something like that. Now without going into too much great detail, we spent probably the best part of nearly 4 years trying to get Sally a companion dog, because she was getting very old, and and she was starting to slow down. So we wanted to get her, another dog to pep her up a little bit and give her a new lease of life. For 4 years we tried, and it didn't matter where we went. Everyone gave us an excuse, and that excuse, for some reason, was that because we had a dog already, we weren't allowed to have another one. I don't understand it myself. So what we did is we actually did the one thing that I said I would never do, and that was get a dog from abroad. Now you're probably saying to me, well, why say that? Why not get a dog from abroad? I was always under the impression that dogs in our country are you adopt them first. If you can't adopt, then you go elsewhere to get one. So that's what we did, and we actually adopted her from Ukraine. Now, if I can get it up here again, I will put the pictures here of Millie when she was found with her siblings. Now, there was 5 siblings altogether, and I will put up some pictures here, like I said. Now, out of them 5 pictures, you can see from them pictures, hopefully, that Millie and her siblings were treated so badly and so terribly that we are really lucky that Millie survived. She lost 2 of her siblings to the devastating circumstances that they were given. And to say that Millie is 100% would be an understatement. She's nowhere near 100%. She's very scared of her own shadow. She's very scared of people that stand over her. She's just about now coming out of her shell. She's a very playful dog. She's 10, 11 months old, so she is. She will do what normal puppies do, and and she's really keeping us on her toes. When I come home from work, I always have a bag of washing when I come home, because I stay away obviously all week. She'll get straight in there and she'll start pulling all my underwear and everything out of my t-shirts. So she's a very playful dog, and to go through what she went through to come out the other side and still be playful with humans, I think only shows compassion on her behalf, and that not everyone is the same. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you about that. Anyway, like I said, the inside of this Caravan now is mice free. Unless you see the last video, you won't know exactly what I'm talking about, but I will leave a link up here somewhere. This is rodent mesh. I can't remember the exact name for it. I will leave a link down in the description down below. But basically, this is strong enough, tough enough for rodents not to be able to gnaw through it. Now, if you was going to use just normal conventional chicken wire, then yeah, they'd get through it, plus they'd probably be able to pass through it. But this stuff, they can't. It's got something woven into it now, and I can't remember what it is, but it is sold on Amazon as rodent. It keeps rodents out. You can have a look anyway, but yeah, it seems to be really good stuff, and even to try and cut it is an absolute nightmare. So yes, let me lift up this side of the bench seat at the front, and then we'll position this and staple it down. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. I haven't got a torch with me to make that any brighter. In fact, let me turn that light on and face that down there. There you go. Hopefully that makes that a bit easier for you to see. But yeah, we want to try and get the staple gun down in there. Ooh. And staple that down. So like I said, this is just a normal carpet staple gun. Excuse me if I do cover up the... Just take my microphone off and put that on the table there. So yeah, let me just position that a little bit more around there. So what I want to do is I want to staple that. So as you can see, that's what I've done, is I've actually put that piece of mesh over that hole, and I've stuck a staple through there, and I've also stuck one through there. So there's no way that they're going to lift that up at all. I'm really not sure if that's where they came through. I'm almost positive it is, because like I say, the only way they could use to get in this Caravan was in there, and was to literally push it up and then get in the Caravan that way. I'm almost positive that's it. But anyway, there's no way from the front locker that they can get in. That way we know they didn't get in through the front locker. But that vent there, and there's another vent just there as well, but that doesn't seem to go to the outside world. Don't know why. But anyway, like I said, you know, we've now done everything we can to make sure that this caravan now is mice free, which we are 99.9% sure it is. The stuff in the shower room, like I say, that stuff will stay there, but that goes in the car. There's nothing really under the bed. There's a spare tyre. There's a box actually that's got some dog blankets in it. That's been checked, that's okay. Oh, and the barbecue's underneath there, but that's in a bag, so we have checked it. There's no mice droppings in there, because if anything, you know, that would have had a food residual. But no, it's absolutely clear. So yeah, so anyway, right, I'm going to put these poles in the car. I'm going to take the awning rail poles home, yeah, put them in my shed, take the tow cover home, and yeah, that's going to be about it actually. So anyway, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. If you've not seen any of our back catalogue, please have a look. It's well worth it. But anyway, we'll see you very, very soon in the next one.